What's going on, everybody? Today we continue our journey into Mrs. Green Apple, and we're going to dive into a live performance that I'm pretty darn late to, honestly. But you know what they say, better late than never. So let's go ahead and dive into this. This is called Number 7 and is live from F. Jord. I don't know what this one is. This is actually going to be my first time reacting to a performance from this show, I guess is what it probably was. So I'm very excited. I don't want to waste any more time. So let's dive straight in. Here we go. That's cool. The background is like, it looks like a painting. That's really cool. Whoa. Oh yeah, baby. Woohoo, is right. Oh my gosh, look at their outfits. I fucking love it. That was great. Ha ha ha, don't make me laugh. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Ha ha ha. I like cool idiots. Okay. It's so cool just to see. I don't know if it's just natural progression in the band just getting more creative over time, or if it was an intentional change up to maybe finding the maybe sound and like the almost like image that they wanted for Mrs. Green Apple. But I love going from us reacting to one of their older songs, which was what was it? Bokuna Koto or something like that. I think that's what we reacted to last. I love seeing like almost like how simplistic that was, and still had like the Mrs. Green Apple sound, if you will, to us going into a song like this, which is probably a bit more newer, most likely, and you can just see they have the vibrant, super bright and colorful outfits, all this like super very I mean, you can see like all the like, if you actually maybe go back here, can we catch it real quick for a moment? Here, yeah, over here in the corner here, you can see like the big old grand piano that we have with Ryoko. Yeah, Ryoko here. Sorry, Ryoka. With the almost like the flowers and like a little bit of like plant tree here, if you will. If we go forward a little bit more, you can see in the corner here like these like diamonds sticking up, and then more a little bit more greenery. So it's really really cool that we see this progression from them almost like starting off with like, okay, let's start simple and see what happens here. And then as they grew and got bigger and bigger, they were like, okay, let's really find ourselves a true image here of what we want Mrs. Green Apple to be. And I feel like you can also see how much more that Motoki incorporates into the band, bringing in the orchestration more, him being able to come in and add in a little bit of like some dancing, a little bit of maybe kind of some, if you will, like performative acting, if you will, as he's doing his thing. And he just works the crowd so much more confidently, it seems like. So I love seeing a band just absolutely just thrive going from their beginnings to where they are now. And that's just so cool to see that. That's just awesome. I freaking love it. Let's go. Ryoka's really feeling the song too. You see him jamming out of there. That's cute. The crowd, oh my god. Oh my god, so many people there. That is just rows and rows of people. My gosh, I love how many supporters that these guys have, because they're honestly one of the best bands I've ever come across. So to see how many people are there to support them, all those lights, that's just so cool to see. See, let me find my voice. That was so cool. Oh, that was sick. I see you, Ryoka. Oh, damn, Hiroto. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's feeling it. Let's go. Bam. Oh, yeah, baby. Woo. Whoa, they're all rainbow now. Sick. The light setters. Oh my god, it's such a sick view. Hell yeah, baby. Woohoo! Oh, they're so good. They're so fun. Oh my gosh, I love them to death. I can't. They're one of my favorite Japanese bands I've ever discovered. And I love them to pieces. So, let's go back here a little bit. Because there's one little line I love back here. This here. There's no one I love. if that's true, then something's wrong. I really, really love that line because I feel like it's so easy for us to be, or I guess more so, it's so easy for society to get stuck on negativity. And I feel like it's a lot of times too where we see a lot of negativity in the world all through media, through especially social media for that matter, and through news outlets and whatnot. And I think that you just sometimes the way we perceive other people, sometimes the way we perceive um singers, actors, anybody famous or whatnot, even countries to that matter, and whatnot, can be viewed so skewly because of what we hear from just wherever news media, from social media, from just people just talking. And I think that we see that especially with the World Cup going on, where there's so many people from Europe and all around the world that are coming to America, and they're like, "Oh my God, America's amazing. The people are so friendly. We were totally lied to about how America really is from our media and from the government and everything and whatnot." And it's so cool to see so many people realizing how great this country is that I live in. And that's not just me trying to say, like, like, oh, look at me, I live in the best country in the world. That's not what I'm saying at all. I think that just that ties into what he's saying here, that, you know, when we get absorbed by the negativity that we see in the media, we don't realize that it's so easy for us to actually love one another and for us to love other countries. Like, just for me doing this channel, for example, how much I've truly fallen in love with the culture of, you know, Korea, especially, excuse me, but also Japan, and even the music of the Philippines, the music of, who else? Of Indonesia, the just getting to the point where I want to learn the language of Korea for that matter. Even someday maybe I want to even learn Japanese or whatnot. Wanting to go and visit both countries and just seeing how much my love for different countries and their music and their culture has expanded so much just from me reacting to stuff on a channel for you guys is so cool. And I think that's a huge powerful line right here to say that if you love no one, there's just something very wrong about that because we're meant to be loving people. We're meant to love things, you know? Like, I feel like, we can go around easily and say, oh, I love this food. I love this TV show. I love this song. But it's almost like we don't always do that with people. And I don't know why that is. So, I don't really know what the full entire meaning of this song is. It seems like there's could be a different kind of different meanings, but I think that this is just the one thing that really stood out a lot. That's why I ended up focusing on it. So yeah, but overall, of course, another astounding performance from these guys. This one felt a little bit more rock heavy, which I really like actually, because don't get me wrong, the orchestral stuff is what makes me love these guys so much. But it was really cool to see them do. It was still like the style of Mrs. Green Apple, but very very rock oriented. Like this felt like a like it was almost like this was like their interpretation of like a J rock song, if you will. But it obviously had that Mrs. Green Apple feel to it, if you will. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, I mean, every time I react to these guys, I know that I'm just gonna be smiling ear to ear. I'm gonna want to sing along. I'm gonna want to dance. I'm gonna want to just fully embrace everything about the performances and the song itself because they're not just in any ordinary band. They write, well, I should say probably Motoki, I'm guessing is who does their writing. Motoki will say, writes from his heart. He writes things with meaning and power and something that's going to be memorable and something that usually is going to stick with people. And that's why I love him to death because he puts his whole heart and soul into the lyrics, into the music, into if there's orchestration involved, into even the guitar playing, into the acting and performativeness of the entire performance, even getting the crowd involved. He just puts 100,000% into everything he does when it comes to this band, and it's one of the reasons why they're just so memorable. And you get taken to a whole nother world when you react to their stuff, or just listen to it for that matter. And there's just songs of theirs where like I can listen to songs I react to from them like over like 3, 4, 6, 7 months ago, a year ago, and still love that song to pieces because it's so memorable and it's so catchy, and you just want to sing along and enjoy it. So yeah, honestly, I'm so honored and so happy to be able to be on this journey with you guys. And like I said, the journey is still young. We're not even close to the end because they're always going to be releasing new music. There's always more music for me to dive into with older stuff. So this is just the beginning, guys. We're still far from the end. So don't you worry. There's more coming. But anyways, guys, with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel by clicking down below. Now go ahead and play Smash Plays for Mrs. Green Apple over here, and you can check my recent reaction already over here. As always, thank y'all so much for watching and showing support, and I will see you all in the next video. Alright guys, bye.